So let's go with e4 in that one yet again, trying to reach 1700. Okay, against the Caro-Kann. So I know what is e5? Okay, I'm gonna grab it. I'm expecting queen a5 to get back the pawn that way. And just continuing normally. I don't think that was a great approach by him. Okay, d5 is nothing. Takes, bishop takes, knight f6. Well, I'm not that clear about it. I mean, why is he playing so quickly? Bad and quickly moves. So, bishop c4 looks to be the most logical way, but does it run into d5? Takes, and bishop takes, followed up with knight f6. Not that sure. Well, I mean, it should be the move here. I mean, what else? H6. What the hell is he doing? What the hell is he doing? Okay, I can't go bishop f5 immediately. I could go e6. What is he planning to do? I mean, this might be a move as well as this. So c5 I can go there. The point of this is not that clear to me in hindsight. Okay, he prevents this sacrifice right around here. So I guess I don't have an immediate win here, but I guess I am kind of better in any case. So, well, if there is no immediate win, I mean, I could go knight d4. And if he goes d5 takes, bishop takes, I also have some ideas. Well, knight here, knight f6, e5 is not possible. I want to have this square available. I could go knight c3, and after d5 takes, bishop takes. The point of, well, knight e2. Is it dumb or is it smart? Can I go bishop d6 if the bishop f4, so he has to go d6. But I'm not that certain if d6 is that great of a move. Well, d6, e5 takes, that's nothing. Well, after knight here, what is it doing? Knight f6, bishop d5? Or d6 immediately. I want to get my bishop to f5. So, well, actually, if he's playing nonsense, I can play nonsense as well. Bishop d6 is not really something. g5 could be an option for him. Yeah, g5, h4. That's the thing. So knight f6, bishop here, hitting the queen. Queen d8. And e5 just clamping down on that square. Where is he gonna go? Knight e4? Is he gonna go d5? I don't know that. So how can I get a knight here? What's the easiest way of doing this? Well, actually, I can go bishop here and bishop takes, queen takes, he goes queen there. But then I go here, but he goes back. So I want to get rid of that bishop at some point. Probably something like this might be. Well, e5 asks to be played. So I'm gonna do it. If knight here, I mean d5 is another approach. He can do d5. I'd probably just, well, I mean, he's just provoking me for doing stuff. What is this? Knight here coming into this. With d5, I don't know. Well, d5 might be the only way of dealing with things. What about knight takes, pawn takes? That's not the right approach. Bishop takes, pawn takes and knight here, hitting the pawn. That might be the way to go. So bishop takes and knight here trying to get in. So knight here, d5 takes en passant, that's nothing. I'm hitting that pawn twice and I'm trying to get in. So what is he doing against that? So he created this square for my pieces and he cannot check me. If this takes, I go queen here. Can't even attack the pawn immediately. If g4, don't think that's gonna be great for him because I just go there and it makes things worse. Not that sure. I mean, g4 might be a move for him even. g4. Well, I'm gonna go there whatever he does because I would threaten this. And I would threaten that. Right, knight here, knight here, takes, and queen f6, queen e2, and knight here, king there. Don't think that's gonna be helpful. So, well, taking it might be bad as well. So I think I should go for knight f6, knight here. In any case, I'm down on 5 minutes. So if I take, I don't have this. So I guess I go with that in any case. I don't know. I mean, what about knight? What about knight takes, pawn takes, and then knight here? Takes. I can't really ignore that, right? So I think going into d6. Do I have some tricks here? He's weakening everything. About me just canceling. No, I want to get this pawn. I can always sacrifice the knight. I don't have to do it immediately, so he has to take. And I get this pawn. And if he cannot even go queen e7, he can go there. But then I take, go queen here. That should probably be the end. I mean, taking with the king, there is queen d4 check. So takes with the pawn might be the only way for him to deal with things. He's so... I don't know what he's doing, man. So I guess... I don't know. Well, okay, queen d4 asks to be played. So if king here, probably I'm just gonna castle. Well, what is he doing? He can't go there. If he goes there, bishop here, he goes there. Well, what about bishop d3? Check. He can't use that square. Can't use that, so he has to go there. So I guess bishop d3 might be the way to go here. And then I'm gonna go with g4, whatever he does. Well, not whatever. Wait. He can go here. He can go here. Well, then this is a fork, and he is still. He needs to go there, whatever. So I mean, he can also resign. Not that sure. I mean, queen here, g4. g4. If now king there, I have this. Well, g4, what is he doing? I mean, he has to go there, and knight here is mate. It's just an instant mate. So, right. Analysis. I mean, he played the worst kind of Caro-Kann I've ever seen, but it's not that obvious how to prove something here. Well, the continuation was the worst. Yeah, I had the advantage from start to finish. I didn't play it perfect, but I got something out of the position. So, well, he just gave me the victory here. Knight here is a mistake. Well, it kind of is nice, because I get this, and now I get back to c3. I could have gone e5 immediately, so it doesn't make that much of a difference. And knight f7 with a family fork checkmate. Because this is covered and this is covered. Everything is covered, the king is in the box. Right, so everything is on the back rank, so this is probably not how you should play chess. Playing with the only thing you have. That's what he's probably not, hasn't played that much. Well, I think maybe he has. I don't know. So let's start a new one. d4 as an approach. e4. Okay. What is he doing? I mean, knight f6 clearly prevents this. Well, why am I playing against weirdos all the time? So e5. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Takes, queen takes? Are you sure about that? I mean, I don't really know. d5 should probably be something here, as well as just taking something. Well, if I go d5, he can probably take this. If I go here, I'm just gonna go bishop e7, trying to go to this diagonal. And if he's not careful, I can take some lines, maybe. If he takes with this pawn, it's bad, probably. Well, I don't know. I mean, that's Omega Gambit. What? I mean, it's certainly not right to go e5 here, but it's difficult for him to find a move. So bishop d3, bishop here takes, knight takes is bad. So bishop d3 might be still the best he has. We'll go there and he has to go there. Well, he goes here in any case. So h4, he takes on d4, I still... h4, h5 is nothing. So h4, just trying to rip things open. Giving him the d-pawn, whatever he wants. He can also take it with the knight. So this. If he castles, takes. If he castles, I can also go here. What? Ah, he wants to get the horse in the center. I get the point, but I still go there and I'm taking this. Not that certain about. Right, I can take here. Well, I can take here, he takes this. I give a check. I mean, the other option is just to retreat the bishop. Bishop takes. It's probably not what I want. I mean, I could throw in a d4, maybe. I could throw in a d4, d5. And I'm probably willing to do so. So what is he up to? I mean, if he takes the bishop, I can take with the check. And if he takes this, I take that, and he takes that, I take the rook. Because it would come with an attack on the rook. And if he retreats... I still have nothing, but... I'm up a pawn after all. But he gets it back. He gets it back. He gets it back with vengeance. But he's thinking, so if my opponents are playing weird, I can play weird as well. Playing weird is probably not the best you can do, but what can I do? So probably bishop here. I mean, if bishop here, I'm pushing e5. So bishop g2. And then he's hitting the pawn. Twice. He gets the pawn back, his weakness is on his light squares, but this is so, as long as this bishop stays around, shouldn't be that big of a deal. Bishop d3, I take this, that's nothing. If he takes here, I take here and he castles. I take, and I made him probably with something like this and that. So I'm not sure what he's doing. Well, I mean, bishop g2. He can also go to f3, but what? Hitting the rook. And he resigned. So that was pretty bad. Yeah, going to g2 was the way to go for him. Going to t... So let's go with a... This kind of stuff, queen h4 is the best according to the engines. d4, queen h4, king here. But I'm gonna go with that. So that's the bishop's gambit. Accepted. Well, this is some other stuff now. I mean, bishop c5 is not the way you want to play. So g5, d4, g4 is pretty bad. So what is he gonna do? h3, that should not be good. d4, d5. What about bishop takes? King takes, knight here. If he goes there, I take the rook. If he goes here, I give that check. Takes the horse. I should first go d4. That's the thing. So now my horse would be protected. h6 is not the greatest of all moves because I might have bishop f7 in some lines. Bishop d to the 6. What if I could just go there? I mean, what is the point? I can go here, whatever. No, I'm just pushing. I mean, bishop e7 takes the bishop, takes the pawn, and just go back. So c3, what is he doing? He's just moving around the bishop. Now I got my pawn back with a huge center. If this... Well, he's just asking for it, right? So, knight here. d5 is nothing. Knight g6. Well, he doesn't want a castle. I don't really think so. d5 I take en passant. That's bad for him. Knight here. Bishop here. No, knight, bishop, whatever. So... how am I gonna supposed to do something here? Knight here takes. Queen here takes, rook there. I don't want to sacrifice everything. I mean, knight there is probably the way to go. Covering those squares if he jumps in here. I mean, he should go d5 in some of those lines. I mean, I had better moves as well, I think. So, okay, he's going there. That's not the way to go. So queen here covers the horse. Queen here covers the horse. If he goes g5 to fork me and I take this, he can take the horse maybe? I don't know. I mean, that's complete... that's nonsense. That's just nonsense. So if I take en passant, he takes with the pawn? Not so sure. I mean, what about bishop? I mean, how is he preventing... well, I can just go back. You can just go back, sacrifice stuff. Keeping everything intact. Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, f5, knight here. Bishop takes, pawn takes, and rook here, preventing him from going f6. g6 takes is bad. I'm just gonna take this, and I won't allow bishop f5. So this, what? So, I mean, knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. What is he doing? Knight takes? I mean, worst case scenario, just get the queen for nothing. Pawn takes, bishop takes. So, this kind of stuff. Right, knight takes. So now I need to figure out something, and that something contains something like this. If f6, the horse is hanging, so I'm gonna go there and there. That should be the end. It should probably be the end. I mean, with those bishops lurking around, it's not great. I mean, if he goes here, I'm gonna go there, and there is no defense. f6, I'm taking the horse and mating him like that. So it's actually, I think it's a forced mate. Can't move the horse, can't move the f-pawn, the queen is attacked. And he doesn't have anything here. So let's say he goes there. I mean, what else? I go here. Don't threaten anything quite yet. I mean, bishop, queen here, it's even worse, I think. Queen here is even worse. What is he doing after queen here? He has to take the bishop. I mean, I can take this, and he goes f6 then maybe. I mean, I don't know, I can go there, and if f6 I still take the horse. So whatever. I mean, everything is winning. There is just nothing to do. Taking the horse is a threat, but bishop f6 is a greater one. And he cannot prevent this, he has to give up the queen now. So just going to the dark squares is nice. Going around the horse. Queen here. So f6 takes the horse. Bishop here takes the bishop. Bishop there going there. It's not anything he can do. Knight here, he's made it on that square. That was probably his idea. If I take this, he goes there. But now, bishop here, and how is he covering against this? His dark squares are just so weak. His dark squares are just so weak. Should have gone knight d7, give up the queen, but even this is bad. Because I'd probably take the horse, or go rook f6 even. Well, I mean, there was another way of dealing with things. Bishop takes horse was also nice. Because if pawn takes, I could have taken the rook with mate. But I mean, he doesn't have a check, he cannot prevent this stuff. It does not matter. I'm just gonna go here. So, well, I don't really have to analyze this, I think. He played, this was the worst of those kind of things. What, I mean, bishop c5, d4, I mean, maybe I had knight of bishop f7 immediately. So what was the brilliant approach? So bishop here, well, bishop there, knight takes, and bishop here. Well, what was the right continuation here? Rook f6. Yeah, but this is also good enough to win the game anyway. I mean, rook f6 was probably better. If he takes, I have pawn takes and stuff to follow it up. But I had this idea with bringing the bishop back, so that was kind of good. So e5, I'm gonna go with this. So 1679, 3 victories. Kind of easy ones. If knight g5, maybe we'll see another easy victory. Well, I'm gonna go with that. Bishop f2 might be the way to go. Well, this is not that. That. And I'm gonna go probably bishop d6. I mean, that is nothing. f5 takes. I mean, I need to cover the knight. d5, f5 takes. Not so clear, but I can do this. And I can just castle. I believe in takes. Well, that's not great for him, I think. So what about this? He takes the rook, I give a check, he blocks with the bishop. Blocks with the bishop. He blocks with the bishop. And I take his bishop. So I'm sacrificing kind of everything, just don't allow him to castle. So, right. So now rook e8 check. My bishops are floating around. So queen takes hitting this, and if he goes there, I mean he can't do this because the rook is hanging. He can't do that because the bishop would hang. Bishop king, this doesn't do anything. So right, do I have a continuation here which wins on the spot? Probably not. So I'm gonna grab this, going after that. Queen there. Well, that was a quick one. Well, bishop here gets me the pawn back. So bishop b7 hits the queen. So where is it going? I don't want to see c3, that's why I'm not giving that check. Every castle is not so oh, wait. So I guess f5 could be something, because I don't want to take this with that to get my king. So f5, and then taking this, and then if this, I go there. Not so sure about. Right, anyway, I am taking the pawn. Is there anything else I can do? Probably not. I should take the pawn. And then I can take this, hit this. And if he takes, I take with the queen. He doesn't have a check. He's still in the center. So bishop there. Do I have anything better than grabs on h2? Don't really think so. So he should probably castle. Then I would go there, hit this. And if he goes here, I don't know. Well, I'm probably taking the rook at some point. Getting back my material. So what am I doing? Do I have anything better than taking the rook? Probably not. Probably I don't. And then we have opposite colored bishops with a very interesting game. So bishop here hitting this. And if he does something like that, I mean, he still doesn't have a check. Rook takes, king takes, and queen here would probably be a draw if I take it. I mean, he doesn't have enough material to mate me. I could probably run away. Bishop here follows up with queen there. I can go here. Well, this is also a draw with queen there. I'm not sure, maybe I'm running. But he doesn't have anything than a draw if he takes this. So, but if he doesn't, I mean, if he doesn't, it could probably be a problem. So, queen, bishop here, h6. I mean, I'm gonna go with it. So this is defended, and I have bishop f5 in the worst case in any case. No, I don't, because he takes it. So f6, f6. I'm probably taking this and take the bishop. Bishop here. Do I have anything quicker? Or what means quicker in any way? What means quicker anyway? Well, if this, I kind of can go there. And I still cover everything. So he doesn't have a way in. C6? How is he defending this pawn? I mean, queen here is probably the way to go for him. If this, and I go here, he can still go there. No, I take this. So this is nothing because of that. So queen e2, as ugly as it looks. Maybe I have some ideas like bishop here. Queen there is also an idea. But I'm probably just gonna go here. Hit the queen again. Queen d4. Threatens mate. No, well, I'm not so sure about that. Not so sure. Well, how am I covered? Well, I can go there. But that's the worst. I mean, he has this. So am I gonna cover this? Actually, I don't cover this at all. I don't. Well, that was a nice game from my opponent. Do I have anything here but to resign? I mean, bishop there looked nice, but it was terrible. Queen here, he goes there, I go back. Or I trade queens. It doesn't matter, it's a draw. I have to go there. I mean, this check doesn't do anything. I'm probably just kicking the queen back. I mean, I have nothing better in any case. He can take that. He can take that, right? He can take on a2. He can take on a2. Give a check. But I can run immediately. No, I can. I kind of can. But still this, no, I can't because of that. But if he takes this, right, rook here. Here is not getting anything. I have to go there in any case. If queen d4 now, he's threatening stuff. I'm not happy with my queen f6 decision. Queen here. But now I have this maybe, but he just goes back. It doesn't change the picture, I think. Queen here. What's the difference? Well, he takes here with a threat. How about going there and he takes this? Well, he's always threatening this kind of stuff. I think I'm just blocking with the bishop, and if he takes this, not that sure about. What am I doing? What is... well, this bishop has to die. Whatever it is. Well, queen a1 might be a defensive try. Everything is covered, and I don't want this pawn to be lost. Covering this, covering that. Rook takes is nothing. And if I have a chance of doing, well, rook here is also nothing because I cover it. Rook here is also not that great. Rook here might be something. Well, no. All those important squares are covered. Right. I don't have to do... Well, he takes the bishop. Not that sure about. So how am I approaching this? If he takes the bishop, I take with the rook, I made it. If he takes with the bishop, I'm taking with whatever. Right, I should probably block this file. I don't know what I should. I mean, my position isn't great in any case. So queen here. And then I go c5. I wanna go c5 maybe. In that case I can go d6 or rook there. Do I have tricks available? They're threatening this, but this I have that. I don't. Well, I can go here. I don't know. I mean, c6, d4. If I go here, he goes c4 in any way. Well, c4, I go there. Cover the rook. So rook there. I don't have another choice. The rook here. Or queen f6. Queen f6, I'm gonna go here. I can't. Queen f6, I'm probably going there. Offer the queen exchange. This bishop is just a monster. Bishop f3 was bad, but in any case, it was kind of a draw. Then I was lost, and now I don't know. So c4, c4 bishop here. Queen f6 isn't really threatening anything. c4 bishop here. Can also go. No, I can't. I could. I don't know. c4 bishop here, queen f6. Can go queen there, and if he takes the rook, take with the bishop. Then I made it. Yeah, well, that's kind of cute. So bishop here, queen f6. I could pin the pawn. I could pin the pawn, but it and prevent. Well, if I go some other way, it's probably not great. So I have 1 minute left. How am I doing this? And if I take, it's nothing. He takes the rook and threatens mate. So bishop there, and everything should be defended. I mean, I don't have another way. Queen f6 isn't threatening anything. Well, it threatens the rook. But I can move the rook to that square and hit the queen. My bishop is covered by the queen, so queen here, queen there. Everything is covered. Wow, he has queen c6 here. He has queen c6 here. Can't believe. I mean, queen c6 is resigns. Queen takes c6. d8 immediately. Rook d8 is also nice. Well, that wins as well. Well, that's the end as well. Well, I'm not going queen c6. Well, it would have worked as well. But anyway, that's simpler. GG. Yep, yeah, would have worked as well. I was under pressure after this stupid move with the bishop. I mean, queen d4, I don't know. I mean, it was a good game. It was kind of nice. Here it was still kind of balanced. The opening was extremely complicated. So this d5 takes queen there, takes in castles, knight takes pawn takes bishop takes and bishop a6, bishop takes rook there. What's the problem? What's the deal? I mean, this is not great, but what can I do here? What's best instead of this check? Taking the bishop? I mean, I kind of have this check. And if that? No, if that? Not that sure. I'm not sure. What's best? Queen takes, and how does it continue? Well, how does it continue? You can't go f6. Well, I'm immediately hitting this. So what is if we have the game continuation? Analysis. Self-analysis. Then bishop b7. I had this idea in the game as well. So bishop b7. Queen g4. This is exactly what happened in the game. f5. Queen g5. h6. No, not queen here, of course. So queen here. f4. Marching this pawn forward. So my idea was correct, but giving the check wasn't good. So sacrificing all of that was nice. With getting everything back, and now things changed rapidly after this, and he played it well. I mean, he played here, threatens mate, rook there, queen back. Well, queen back, queen a8, rook f6, bishop c4, rook there, c4, bishop here, queen there, rook there, and rook here. Yeah, I mean, how he played it was good. How he played it was kind of good. Just checked it with the engine. Just checked the last game. Yes. Checked with the analysis tool here. Was a good game. Was a good game. Was a good game. Was a good game. Yes. So knight here, well, I'm gonna go for the Scotch Gambit. There isn't much else than taking the pawn, bishop c4, so d6, c3 or something. Not really remembering. Bishop here, bishop f7 with queen d5. Not sure if he knows that stuff. You're not supposed to take that pawn. Takes. D6. Takes hits the rook. Queen f6 is something to be aware of. Queen f6. 5 pawn takes. I mean, bishop g5 takes the queen, takes this. We are equal material. Knight d7, knight b5, king b8 is not, well, king b8 is so great. I don't know, I mean, I don't have anything better, so I'm gonna go with this. It's probably gonna take. And then if he goes 97 or something, I'm gonna go knight b5, king d8 or king d7. I'm gonna castle and push d4. So I still have some pressure. I mean, he can also go bishop e6 or a6. So you're not supposed to, you are not supposed to go bishop c5. Let's go bishop c5. bb4 check or knight f6 are main moves, but okay, I'm not a grandmaster to prove your stuff wrong or anything, just I know the opening a bit. So knight here, he can castle due to many things, and this is a thematic move in any case. So this I'm castling. Not that sure. I mean, if he goes there, this is also not something he can do. So if he goes here, castles, and this, not so sure about. Rook c8. He wants to go a6 anyway. Guess I castle. I guess I just castle. And if a6, I don't know. I do not know exactly. I mean, I can go takes, takes, and takes to hit the bishop. That's, don't really know. So e5 should be the move here. a6. a6 anyway. And I have knight here, hit the bishop. And then take my pawn back, and if he takes, I go rook here. And there is no way for him to defend the pawn. And if then a6 I'm taking. So I don't think he can do those things. Okay, rook here. How are you supposed to cover the pawn? Bishop here? I don't care, I'm doing this. If you take the rook, gonna take this and can take your rook as well, or I take the knight with a double check. You go there. It's pretty difficult, his position. That was a good game. Our last game. So knight takes, pawn takes, knight takes, king here, knight back. There are many ways to victory, but that's probably the most simplest approach. Knight takes, rook takes. I mean, he's opening up everything to me. Our last game. So right, rook takes. King here, rook there, and that's pretty busted. Well, that's his only square available. Everything else is kind of covered. So, he can go rook there. He can go rook here. Bishop here. Rook here, right. So how am I doing this now? I mean, we both, he has 5 pawns and we both, knight c7. He cannot take both in a row. If he takes this, I have some checks. If he takes this, I also have some checks. So I'm gonna take, well, he takes it with a check. It's terrible stuff. Terrible stuff going on here. Think I should just go back, and if g5, I always have this kind of stuff, and he can still not develop anything, and I'm threatening to go there. So g5. Not great. What about rook here? Takes the bishop, I give a check. He goes down, that's nothing. Why does this have to be so difficult? I mean, no, I don't. My king is in the wrong spot. Right, I can give that check. He can go wherever he wants. He's just not able to block. Well, I'm giving that check. If he goes there, I mean, I'm gonna give another check with the rook. And my knight is doing a good job of keeping his king out. He can go there. I'll give a check. So king here, rook there. I don't know. Don't give those kind of checks in that kind of way. I should probably now move the bishop, because now I have this in mind. So knight here, I still give that check. I don't know. Well, knight here, I'm blocking. I don't know. I mean, I'm just down a pawn currently, and he's kind of wriggling his way out. You're not supposed to go bishop c5. So rook, king g6 anyway. Right, I could defend the rook. I could move the rook. I could hit his rook. I don't exactly know. So rook here, knight here. I cannot pin him. I mean, that looks so odd to place the rook here. So I'm gonna go here. I have to keep an eye on that bishop. Knight here comes with tempo in any way. Rook here, if he goes there. And I just want to double up. My king is very poorly placed. Okay, if knight here, I can't. I simply can't. Well, my knight wants to go away from that square in any case. So knight here. Or knight there. I don't know. What's the difference? 4 minutes left. I have a check. I don't. I wanna have a check, but I don't. So I guess I'm gonna go knight here, check him. I can't. But knight here, b6, going after the bishop. c5. knight here, and then I have some checks maybe, but b6 is a nice move anyway. So c5 or knight f6. If knight f6 I go b6, so he kind of has to move the bishop back at some point. That's not really anything, right? b6 traps the bishop. That's the simplest approach. And if he takes the knight and takes the pawn, he has 3 connected pawns for the horse. But first of all, I want to go there. Second of all, he should probably take the horse. I mean c5. Trapping the horse, trapping everything. Knight here, rook there. Pins the horse and threatens this kind of stuff. My knight is misplaced in that way. Okay, bishop, rook here, king here. Not that certain about. c5 is kind of good. c5 is kind of good. This taking the pawn is just as fine. Just take the pawn. I mean, I only have 3 minutes 25 left. Knight there, bishop here, maybe. I mean, his bishop was doing a good job of defending this diagonal. I hope I haven't stepped into this diagonal in some ways. So bishop takes. This is good for me. So b6 is not really something. I just give that check. Can't step up. Rook on the 7th or take the pawn. Probably rook here is kind of fine. So what is he doing? King back g6, probably. King f6. It's to keep the game going. So no bishop here, because I have knight there in the end. So this is resigns. And he can take this, but where is he actually going in any way? So rook, king here, king there. I don't know. So well, this comes with a check. So that was pretty terrible. No, I can't. Simply can't. So I just pick up the other rook. I mean, the opening was kind of clear. I had another stuff, but well, I wasn't worse. I wasn't winning. At some point I was winning. I don't know if I should have kept the queens on. I mean, bishop there is, well, it's brilliant according to the engine, but bishop here, what is the main move here? So bishop there, main move. Is queen b3, keeping the queens on the board. Okay, but bishop here, I still have some kind of edge. Knight b5, castles takes, e5. I mean, that was the game plan. My horse went mad. My horse went mad, getting both rooks. My horse went pretty mad. My horse went pretty mad. D3 is not that impressive, but it's playable. I mean, if he goes f4, it's now queen f6 might, well, I don't know. So as long, well, he hasn't used that diagonal. Takes, knight takes could be a way for him. So I'm just gonna go d6 here. d4 is not on. I'm just gonna take. Bishop a5. The bishop is not that important. It's more important to keep control over this pawn push. f5 b3 might still be something for him, but I guess I'd take with the pawn, with the knight, just to get this g4, this d4 square for everything what I want. Well, I don't know. I mean, he then goes c3. But he goes c3 whatever I do. So rook takes or knight takes. Well, c3 is c3. Well, I go there if c3, and if he get, well, he doesn't. But this is plan. I mean, c3 was such a natural move. So knight h5 takes to knight, or knight d5. Well, I go there. If he takes, it's fine. c3 still. I mean, takes is also fine, I think. The only thing what he shouldn't do, well, he should go c3. Then I would take the horse and go queen h5 in any case. I don't know about queen h5, so c3, c3, c3. It asks to be played. b3. I mean, I'm not that certain what he's doing. In some lines, I might even have some sort of ideas. Not that sure what that should be. Well, I could take and go. Not sure. So that square is not that important. No greater significance. I don't want to take the horse. I could go queen d7, and if bishop b3 takes, and queen there. What about queen here, bishop b3, knight takes, pawn takes, bishop here, check. Not that sure. I could also, I can prepare this. What about rook here? Bishop b2 here. I mean, rook here is probably not best. Probably it's the worst. Well, if he goes bishop here, I have this. in those kind of situations. And then I want to go bishop here, queen here. So I need to figure out a way of defending this pawn. Well, I can go there, and if bishop b2 takes, bishop there, well, he can go away. I don't know. I mean, I take the horse. What's more natural than taking the horse and going there? I mean, I saw some ideas. So bishop back. Bishop to the d5. So okay, queen h5. I mean, what else? If he goes there, I go here, and I go there. And if he goes here, I might have some disgusting tricks. Bishop here f6 is probably a problem. I could go rook there. It takes. Can take with pretty much whatever I want. I want to get rid of this bishop. Bishop here, he takes this. Not that sure about. If he takes the horse, so be it. I don't have that many kind of moves anyway. So if he takes the horse, I have to take probably with the pawn, with this pawn. Probably with this pawn. So now I want to go there. g3. Bishop here, queen, bishop there. Is not really what I want to allow. You can go queen here. It doesn't matter because this would then be pinned. And if f5 takes, he cannot take back. So f5 is nothing. Rook here coming up, maybe some sacrifices. Maybe I take the bishop in some lines, or sacrifice that rook for that bishop because of those weaknesses on his king side. First of all, I want to go there. f6 go there, or I go there immediately. So rook e1. Bishop there. Bishop takes b2. Rook well, he does this. So still f4 doesn't work. If I go, well, I'm gonna go there, hit the rook. Bishop g2. Right, and now this. Don't know about that. I should probably take it. I mean, it wasn't that great, but it was also not that bad. So this is not threatened. What rook here? Not so sure. Takes. Rook is also covering that. So I mean, kind of want to go there, but so 3 minutes 17. If I go here, queen takes, I give a check, he goes there. I go and attack the rook, he gives a check. Not sure if I want to screw the position that way. If it's not winning, then it's not winning. Go rook there. Queen here. Just cover the pawn. Just cover the pawn. F5 is still not an option. Queen here is still not an option. I'm just trying to activate my, well, I think I don't want to let him in, so c6. Queen h5, I'm gonna go into the endgame. He was threatening, he wasn't really threatening anything, but you'll never know. Queen, rook here, rook there. Okay, now I'm gonna start doing something. So queen is not really trapped, because if I go there, he takes this. I'm gonna go here. Slowly and surely improving the position. So h4, h to the 6. h6. How am I supposed to make progress here? I mean, if he's playing those kind of moves, it's pretty difficult. So rook here or rook there? Rook there might be threat. Well, I don't know. So rook here, let's say he does nothing. I go rook takes. King takes is made immediately, so rook takes. If he takes with that rook, I take, he goes there, this is mate. If he takes with that rook, I take, he goes there, I take here. He can block, but he blunders a rook. So rook here is actually kind of nice, because I'm threatening rook f2. And I'm defending against queen here. I'm not sure if he sees rook f2. I mean, he doesn't have anything. g5 might be the best. He is completely boxed in. Or rook e1 might save him. Might save him. Rook f2, king takes, queen here, check. He goes there, I give a check. He blocks with the rook, and his rook is not attacked over there. So rook e2. Rook e2. Rook takes, queen takes. Well, if he takes with the king, I have this mate. So rook e1. Rook e1. Rook takes, queen takes. King here. Takes. You know, I don't have to take immediately. Rook e1. I mean, what else is he doing? c6? Not sure. What is this? Rook here, queen takes, rook takes, takes, blocks with the queen, I take the rook. So rook here, queen takes, rook takes. Takes. If he doesn't block with the queen, well, this is bad. This is bad news, because this is now a pin as well. But the other line was nicer because of those kind of geometric sequences. So takes 21 seconds. I take this. You can go there, but I will get the rook. Maybe. No, I'm gonna go there. Just go after it. Rook here, queen there, check. And if you have to go there then I give a check here and take the pawn. It's just a test. It's just a test. g4 was bad. But his position was bad anyway. So let's just go back a bit. So takes rook here. I mean, I haven't played it perfect. This is, well, let's say I mean, I can show you this in the next stage of it. That was a simple tactic. I mean, g4 was kind of nonsense. Rook e1 was the way to go for him. So analysis, I mean, he was better. Rook here, rook there, queen here, c6, rook there. g5 was a mistake. But a5 is a mistake as well. I mean, I have rook takes pawn. Rook takes pawn. Is a brilliant move, yeah, because the point of this is if he takes with that, I take here, and he has problems on that square. And if he takes this, which was the most difficult way of finding out, I can actually take this, because he has to take with the go there with the rook, and then this geometric sequence wins the rook there. So this is actually, I mean, according to the engine, it's even, but I think there is only one move to play for black. King h1, rook g1. Well, there are many moves. Rook e1 might still be something as well. Yeah, I don't have anything. It looks nice, my position, but it might also be a bit overextended. So, right. Maybe I get it in this session. Maybe I get it in that session. 2 more victories and I would be above 1700, I think. It depends. It really depends. 7, 19, 39. Yeah, probably 2 more victories. So knight there is something. Bishop c4, bishop here, d4. I'm gonna go for Morpheus Defense. Takes knight. I hope he doesn't take it. I mean, it doesn't matter. I have this and other things. I hope he goes h3 and takes the bishop. I mean, he's probably thinking I'm a noob, but that's actually kind of theory. Takes is bad. Even if he has f6 in some way. So d3, queen. What? Yes, I got this victory right. So queen here. Queen here, threatening mate. And if he goes knight takes, queen h1. And if he goes f6, I just go there. It doesn't change the picture. d3 and queen f6 is the main stuff, because here it's already kind of over. Doesn't even have a check. Well, takes, and this. It doesn't matter. Bishop c. What? Bishop c5 was kind of stupid. Just pre-moved it. But anyway, he has nothing in any case. c3. I don't want to get into those kind of stuffs. I just go with the flow. So now he can't defend the rook, and if he takes, it's lost. If he goes back, I'm pushing. Doesn't matter what you do. You're supposed to play this. So rook here. Just push it. d4, I'm gonna go there. If he takes the bishop, I take the rook. So it doesn't matter, I go there whatever he does. That's so bad. All this kind of stuff is so terrible for him. So if he takes the bishop, I take the rook. If he takes the rook, I get the queen, and then he takes the bishop. It kind of doesn't make any difference. You're not so... So, right. 7? What? Okay, I'm gonna go for this. Whatever. Knight here, and bishop c4, that's... I mean, rook b1 is the main move, but this is nice. I hope he goes to a5. Then I have bishop c4 and a6 or c6. I have bishop takes pawn. I mean, knight f3 is... I'm not remembering it. If... Okay, bishop here. Supposed to happen. I'm not sure. I mean, he has queen e4. Not sure if that's doing anything. I can go to normal plans. There are nice lines on this gambit stuff as well. So bishop a6, queen e4. Not sure. Bishop here takes bishop there. Goes to rook. He can't go there. He has to go here. Or there. And then I have huge pressure towards his position. He should go there, but I should be able to figure things out. So takes. Probably taking this, and I'm gonna go there. It's not what you should do. Probably I'm gonna go knight f6 and take with the pawn, hit the queen. I mean, if he doesn't. So now I have two open files to work with, and I have better development, so I might have some compensation. Not that sure. d4. My knight is protected. So I'm flashing him around. Queen d3. Castles or some other stuff. d5. Keep on pushing, man. Keep on pushing. Queen there. Might be something. I mean, this knight is poor. f4 takes. Not that sure about. Castles f4. e6. Not so sure. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't. Now, when I go bishop e6 and so if I go here, no, that's not gonna work. Should probably just gonna castle. Castles and go f4. If he goes c6, it's not good. It's probably not good. d6 might be a different kettle of fish. Knight f6 might also be something. Probably go f4, queen takes, and bishop there. Well, the same thing occurs after this takes. So I don't know. I mean, I'm just sacrificing whatever there is. So sacrifice f4. So I mean, yeah, he can take this. I blundered it. I really did blunder that pawn. If he takes it, well, he takes an f4. Instead of d5, bishop here, covering the pawn. e6, rook e1, or takes and rook e1. Castles is mad because knight here, knight there, and rook there, rook there. What is he doing? I mean, castles he can't. He should go e6. Should go e6. This is nothing. Takes. Wow. So takes this. Well, I mean, this should probably be the way to go. Takes, I take, or take, and I have even the check first before I recapture, but I don't know if this check is doing anything. So I'm taking like this. e6, I don't care. I'm gonna go there, hit the knight. I'm an idiot. Well, that's still not so bad. It kind of is. I blundered the queen. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm too exhausted. So against the 17th, 7th or something, I don't know. So well, he's conceding stuff. So I'm gonna go normal. Bishop c5. I might catch him off guard with queen f6 or stuff. I mean, c6 and queen there might also be something. So what is he doing? He can't go d4 that easily. Takes and queen h4. Bishop here, d4, takes with the bishop. What is he doing? Why is he thinking? I mean, if he goes with this, he should probably continue with this. d4 takes, queen h5. Not sure. Well, he wants to go d4 and he wants to go knight takes e4. So if I go there, knight e4, it's probably good for him. And if I go d6, he goes there. That's also good for him. And if I go here, he goes d4, I take, and he goes bishop g4. Not sure. Well, if I go d6, d4 takes, knight takes, I have queen here. Queen here. There's also knight f6 in the mix. I should... then he takes on e5. So either I go d6, or I go knight here, or I go queen f6. I think knight here, knight e4 is not that great for me. So I should go here, and if knight c3, go there. I don't know. I mean, d5 takes. That's actually looking not so bad. I got those files, and if he takes, I take with the queen, pin the knight, he goes there. Well, that's also not so great. So I think, I don't know, in this and that might be a way to go. Bishop b5 would be a terrible blunder because of takes, and queen here picks up that. Could be interesting though. So knight c3, probably going there. Well, then he has knight d5, and if takes, just goes up, and he threatens the queen on c7. And if I go here, for example, there is taking the bishop or going bishop b5. Well, I can't go bishop b5, can he? What is he doing? c3 d5, c3 d5, c3, or just d6, just d6 and hit the rook if he castles. And if he doesn't castle, whatever he does, like this takes is, well, he can't go there, can he? So this, I'm probably going there, whatever. So bishop here, hitting the rook, rook e2. And then I'm probably going for, I don't know, I mean, this look, he goes d3. Okay, I take the rook. I don't want to see bishop g5, so I'm gonna go h6. So he made me spend a couple of times. But now I'm gonna go normal, as far as it is possible. G5, G4 might be an idea here. I mean, the center is kind of closed. He is never able to go d5 if he does this, which is probably the best he has. I mean, he also has knight a5. Oh, well, maybe it's continuing with weird stuff. Knight a5, knight d7 takes, and d5 takes. Knight takes. Don't have to take d4, so if knight here, I'm gonna go there. Or I can also go back takes and open up the h file. g5 becomes very interesting here. Okay. Gonna go g5. In some lamps, I'm threatening h4. Yeah, I'm gonna go g5. This is never possible. Knight a5 might be a way to go for him. g4. That's certainly not great for him. If he has to commit to something like that, should go here, here and there immediately. Or there even. That's nice. Knight a5. Knight a5. Well, if he doesn't go knight a5, I mean, he doesn't see it. Always when the bishop is on c5, you should always try and figure out how to get rid of it. Not always, but in most cases. This is one of them. I mean, how can this guy be 1773? He first plays g3, then bishop e2, then gives me the rook, brings the bishop back, goes there. That itself is not that bad, but how is he supposed to do something? So knight a5, it's much too late for such things. Well, I don't know, maybe it is still possible. Well, knight a5 is too late because I go queen bishop. Well, I mean, his king is covering the knight, so it's still possible. Bishop e6. Okay, knight here, finishing development. If he takes, I have knight here in between. Then I can decide which bishop to take. That's probably a pretty simple win from now on. D4, what is he doing? Queen e2 lining up against stuff. D4, what? Well, let's see. Just gonna castle. If bishop takes, now knight here is much more effective because it would win the queen. I want to get rid of that bishop. Now he goes for knight a5. Now he goes for knight a5. So king b1. Going out of the pin and covering the pawn. So knight takes, knight takes, knight takes, knight. Well, I also have pawn takes. Well, I don't want to go pawn takes. Well, if I go knight takes, he has b5. If I go pawn takes, not so sure about that. Well, I'm gonna go with knight takes. Because now knight e6 to that square is very interesting. d4 I go there immediately because I don't want to allow takes and bishop. Well, bishop takes would still run into this maybe, but it's complicated. When knight comes in here to the weak f4 square, to the weak f4 square. So knight here is a fork of those two pieces, so he has to go back at some point. What is this? Okay, I'm gonna go after the queen now. And then I push h5. What is he doing? What the hell is he doing? I mean, h5 just completely crushes him. Probably on the spot. If he takes, I take. And I also have rook takes. No, I don't. The knight covers. But still, he has to take it. He has to take it. My king is completely secure and his king is the mad dog. I mean, in this position I would probably resign. Oh, maybe not. I mean, still he has the knight, which is pretty useful. Takes, rook takes, takes. Well, if takes, I also have g5. And only after the knight. Because if I take immediately, he might has h6. Well, he gives me this. Well, I should just take it. I mean, whatever. If he takes, I don't have tricks. Well, even if, I mean, that's just completely winning. So now if he moves the knight, rook h2 is coming. Especially if he moves it to that square. Well, I don't know. If he moves it to that square, he covers this and he can give something back. So knight here. So well, I have 5 minutes, so I can figure that out. Rook takes, king takes, rook here, knight here, rook takes, bishop takes. What What about this? It's not really helping. I mean, I can go slow. I can go slow. Triple. If you, well, I mean, just look at these pieces. They're all on the starting square. And sometimes I even have this check. So, concentrating my forces on this file now. Knight there is met with rook takes pawn. Queen covers everything, so rook takes, king takes. Well, let's just go for the simplest approach. It would give me a lot of stuff. So, queen here, queen there. Queen there actually covers the check on the back rank. He can go here. But then this is coming, and that's bad. So yeah. Well, that was one of the simplest ways to win. Just improving the position. There were other wins. There were other things, tactics probably, but I was better all the time, except of one point. So well, this was so weird. I mean, I took the rook. G4 was bad. Here is his only chance. G4 was bad. This was bad, because now I'm just gonna improve. Bring my knights in. Push H4. The game plays itself. Rook here, takes, and queen there. Here he should give up pieces. I mean, it's a mate anyway, right? So, yeah, I mean, this was just how to. Why is G5? I mean, it has to be better for me, right? Or do I miss something? Self-analysis? So, it's still probably winning. The move I mentioned, Knight A4, is the right defensive approach. You would have the bishop pair after it, and his king might be a bit safer than mine. Bishop pair versus rook, I mean, I don't know. So, if I get 9, yes, I would get 9. So E5. Can someone from nowhere? I have to piss. Bishop here, knight f6. I hope for knight g5. Probably he's not gonna go for it. If he goes bishop f1, well, he does it. Right. d5, not pre-moving stuff. Right. b5. the idea, as I often mentioned, is that if he takes the pawn, I take with the queen, hit the bishop, hit on g2. If ever queen f3, I go e5, except if he's doing it right away, then I just take the bishop. Could still be a bit dangerous. Bishop e2 is nice. Why is bishop e2 not the main move? Because I have e5, so I'm gonna go here, and if he goes bishop there, I'm gonna go e5. Knight here, going after that bishop. Going after that bishop, probably. Knight here c3 or castles. But if he castles, I go there. That's probably why you shouldn't go there in the first place. Well, actually it's an even position. Bishop e2 is nice. So if I go h6, I can't do anything weird here. But I don't want to take his queen. I actually want to go bishop here. The game is on. Bishop f1 is the main move, but bishop e2 is nice as well. So, right, I'm probably gonna go knight takes. Although I don't know, I mean, if I go knight takes, he's castling. I don't really gain anything, so I'm gonna go here, hitting this, so he castles. Now I probably go bishop c5. Although then he goes bishop e6. I don't know. I mean, can hit the knight and damage his structure for the bishop pair. I mean, I have the bishop pair, but what does it do? Those kind of positions. So, I mean, he can go knight h6, but then g5. I don't want to commit to this because of that. h3, g5. He gives me a pawn. And he says to me that he gets it back, but he doesn't because of castles. Bishop c to the 5. Right, he might get it back, but not that easy. He has to go f6 first. I will never get the piece back because I just go there. Then I push it back, probably to that square. What does he want? He wants knight a4, but I'm gonna go back. And the knight is pretty useless there, so I'm continuing with g5. If knight a4, it's not that bad. I mean, I have the bishop pair and I have an extra pawn. That line of bishop e2 is probably not that promising. He should probably go all the way. Okay, right. I'm probably going there. Knight c5 is not working because of f4. Bishop here, he wants to get rid of the bishop. I would still be up a pawn. So it's not so great for him. How am I gonna go about it? Probably just advancing on my pawn. I don't know. I kind of have to take with the pawn, but that's not bad. Well, it takes away a couple of squares and it gets this square right. So c4, b4. Do want to stay on that diagonal? Probably. Oh well, my bishop here looks nice. c4, b4, a3, b3. I don't know. I mean b3, a3. Okay. But he's not really threatening anything. So I'm gonna go there. And so this. Right. Gonna push those ponies. This would be nice to get in. Maybe. I mean, it shuts down my bishop. But anyway, I mean, I'm in no danger of losing it. His knight there is bad. If he ever goes a3 takes, this pawn becomes weak. There's no real danger. c4, b4, it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna go here because this pawn has no guard. Right, but now he is in some danger of back rank problems. So rook here, c5, c4 is nothing. But how am I making progress here? Don't know. Rook a7, c4. It's nothing. That's the idea. If takes and takes is bad for him because he is back rank problems. I need to be careful of his knight. So rook takes, king takes. If he takes this, this is a mate. So it has to be trade this position careful. Okay, I'm above 1700. Which was my goal in this session. This game was nice, to say the least. I won a pawn with the tactic before the position was probably leveled. Okay, so 1701. Right, yeah, that was the beginning, and I was never worse. Takes, bishop here, takes, a6, takes, castles is nice. I wanted to keep the pawn as long as possible. was the... I think a3. I think a3 was the way. c5. d5, you can take it. And if I take... I don't know. Well, it's a hard move to find. And I would still be kind of better. What is better than this? Just take it. Well, and then go d5. And d5, I don't know. But that's better than what I played. But what I played was not pretty nice. In any case, so this, it was all bad. Takes, and mate. Yeah, my favorite variation against this g5 stuff again worked out pretty well. I had no problems whatsoever after the opening. Was never worse in that game. Played it fine. Bishop b2 is good. Bishop f1 is the main move. I mean, if he doesn't castle, where is he going? F3? I would take it. Queen here. What's best in that position? Probably this, and then I take. Self-analysis. It should be the best move in the position, maybe. Well, it gets some advantage. Knight h3 is what I would have chosen. And then the ending gives king d7. That's a weird move to find for advantage. Would have gone for other things. Basically, I had not the real plan in that position. This is bad for him. This is very bad for him now. I mean, this is giving away immediately. Right. Kind of a good game, but had its flaws. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Ciao.